At 41 years old, I don't always like talking about drama, but when I do, it's about Quantum TV. Skip it up and that up. So as we know, in mid-April, Quantum, I'm getting this right from the police report, so don't say that I'm misconstruing or lying anything due to Elden Ring. He's still blaming Elden Ring indirectly for all this, too. He's mentioned it multiple times. He thinks that I'm talking about this because... why is my ringer not off? He genuinely thinks that we get joy talking about this because of his bad, factually wrong take in Elden Ring. For example, he said you lose all your items every time you die. No, Quantum. And again, I know I've said this, but some people may be new to this story. At the time of me first talking about Quantum TV, you want to know how many hours I had in Elden Ring? 0. Like a goose egg, as a matter of fact. Pretend this bird's butthole is 0. I didn't play any Elden Ring at that time, Quantum. I don't care. I wouldn't put out misinformation about somebody because they didn't like a video game. Well, here is the police report here. This is all public information. I'm not putting out any personal information. At the bottom here, arrest details. 1st-degree felony, obstructing justice, hinder with communications info, and it says domestic violence. Your bond was set at $500. Obstructing justice to hinder. So there it is. Domestic violence, lacerations on her hands. Don't blank the messenger. I don't even know if I could say what time this will be in the video. First 30 seconds, you have to be G-rated on YouTube now. That's fun. So anyway, there it is. Now recently, Quantum, which I downloaded the video, I won't show it to you though, because I know he's out of his mind. He put up what in his mind is evidence that him and his wife had a very happy relationship, and he's described her as evil. I have the video, Quantum. You can't say that you didn't say certain things, and that he made it, essentially he made it like he always does, that he's the victim and she's the aggressor, and that, you know, he was doing everything right and their relationship was great until magically the last moment. I'm paraphrasing a decent amount, but that's the context of it. Again, if the video is still on his channel, go check it out. If it's not, I'm not going to show it to you here because I know how he is. Okay? All I could say is, this is the same man that said he couldn't be homophobic because he's vegan. Because everyone in the vegan community apparently is gay. So that would mean, Quantum, that you are, well, by your own logic. But anyway, let's continue. Well, Anonymous, his former Discord mod, who he got mad at because he put up a picture of Elden Ring to show HDR on a television, he demoted him. He demoted his modship because of that, and that just shows you how insane this man is. Quantum's wife went to Anonymous and wanted him to put out a statement about this, okay? Setting the record straight from the source herself, the reason the charges were dropped by the district attorney against Jermel for obstruction was because of uncooperative status. However, this is what his ex-wife told me really went down. No, they put me as uncooperative because of the phone number goof. Unfortunately, the prosecutor said the obstruction charge couldn't hold up on its own, so it had to be dropped. But I didn't want anyone thinking that I wouldn't have worked with the state to save him from being in prison. But of course, yes, I would have testified to whatever they needed to discuss. Does that sound like she was trying to protect you, Quantum? Now, that's a thing that happens. There's a lot of times where a woman is in an abusive relationship and they will file a report and then they want to take it back later on or not cooperate later on, maybe because they still love the person, even if it's a toxic relationship, or they're afraid to file the report. It's one of the two. But here's Quantum's wife coming forward. I've spoken to her too, and that's what I will leave it at for privacy reasons. And the verdict is, Quantum, that you're lying. I know, shocking. Now, I will say someone who has been in relationships that have failed before, I think everyone has, is that it's never pretty towards the end. Like, look, don't go, oh, we had an amicable breakup. We had an amicable divorce. It never happens. It never, at best, you'll have two people that are very cold towards each other and say, yeah, this is done. It's never like, you know what, let's shake hands. It was great being your partner for the past 10 years. But, it's just not working out anymore. Hope you have a great day. Let's have a barbecue tomorrow. No, it's never like that. Horrible things are said. People fight, not physically, but people fight. People have arguments, things they're nasty said to each other. I get it. So there's 100 sides to every story. But Quantum, I've had fairly, not in person, but I've had fairly personal experiences with you. And you have flat out lied about me many times and have flat out lied about things that you said and were caught with receipts and evidence. So between you and your wife, knowing your proven track record to me and how much you will lie, that you are a pathological liar, you lie about everything. I'm just gonna have to side with your wife here because I know your track history and you will lie and say whatever you need to get your way and to manipulate your way to seem like the victim and to seem like the hero and to seem like you're always right. So Quantum, I'm gonna give you advice right now from a person who, I'm not an insane pathological narcissistic liar like you, but I'm screwed up in the head. Get help. Don't be beyond getting help. Don't think that it's going to damage your pride by seeking help, going to talk to a therapist, finding out what's wrong. It makes you become a better person. So when you're in the next Christian straight man relationship that you're in, you will be able to handle yourself better. You will be able to handle criticism better. You will be able to look in the mirror and see reality and not see a delusion, because that is what you see right now. That is what you see. Your video, when you put up that video saying that, look, here is my proof. I couldn't have had a bad relationship with my wife. We went to go see the Super Mario Brothers movie together. We went to go eat dinner together. We went paragliding together. Yeah, but Quantum, that doesn't tell us what happened behind the scenes in between that. You could have had a fight with her beforehand. Lord knows what could have happened before those happy moments where you went paragliding. It's like, look, we did happy, like, yeah, abusive relationships or toxic relationships with people still do things together. It doesn't mean because you were doing what normal couples do and going out and seeing a movie or going to dinner or going on a hike doesn't mean that there were bad things happening in between when you were doing those happy couple things. But, that's his delusion. Just like he literally, and he meant it, he deleted the video, where he said, how could I be homophobic? I'm vegan. He thought that was evidence to say, hey guys, how can I be a bad husband? I took my wife out to Red Lobster. I'm not laughing at the situation. I'm laughing about how ridiculous he is. Quantum, I'm serious though, dude. The best thing you could do is get therapy and help yourself grow as a person so you can have a more enjoyable life. Does that sound like I'm being horrible to you? Does it sound like I'm being a mean person? And yeah, don't lay your hands on women either. Even if it's just lacerations on their hands, it's still abuse. This is Rich of Review Tech USA signing out. Have a good one. I'm not going to put it in a bottle and breastfeed it to you.